Hello and welcome to Liverpool versus everybody. Top of the week, Monday, the 31st. Hope everybody has a safe, spooky day, aka Halloween. Um, so yeah, right into it. Just gonna talk a little bit about a few things concerning the Crystal Palace match, um, and then go into some things concerning the next match against Watford. As we all know, 4-2. Went down there and shut down Sellers Park, shut them up real quick. It was lovely to see and hear Liverpool fans raging there. Uh, it's so nice to see when we travel like that, and in those moments where all you hear is Liverpool fans, whether we're home or we're home, of course, but when we're away, but especially places like South London, Selhurst Park, with those clowns, it's always lovely to hear us outnumbering them as far as fans. And one cheer that it was lovely to reminisce and think about while watching this game that they had for us was, "You must be sick of us. You must be sick of us. You must be sick of us. You must be sick of us." And I feel like that was probably the feeling that they had. They probably were sick of us at this time. They had been a bogey team for us. So yes, that song was very fitting. And even when I first heard it, I think it was last season, the first game against them we lost. You thought, yeah, that's very true because it was a team that we just couldn't get past. We know the history. I don't even want to bring it up, but Crystal Palace is they're always starred on my calendar as far as games that I'm looking forward to seeing. Right up there with Man U, City, and any other Everton. Especially with that manager, that guy Alan Pardew. The clown comes out afterwards and talks about how it's not fair that the same ref was in charge of this game. It was the same ref who was in charge of the game last season that Liverpool beat us with a penalty. Really, just take the loss, man. And I mean, he's talking like his team actually had a chance in this game. Crystal Palace never had a chance ever. They never looked like they wanted to do anything. So I mean, it was total domination. The goals they got, we gave it to them. I mean, it was MacArthur of all people. He's not a score. He's not a scoring threat. He never has been. Never will be in his life. Maybe when he was playing little league soccer, he might have been. Maybe he bagged 30, 50 goals a season or a year. But this is Premier League, and he's just not. He's not that dude. He's not that dude. So it's nice to see him. To get his head pack game on. But then that's good. That's cool. As a footballer, you capitalize on mistakes. So hats off to him. Give him credit. He did that. But they were never going to win this game. And that was a feeling that I had. In the past, we played certain teams, and if we're going back and forth on goals, depending on the strength of the side we're playing, you could think, oh, this is getting a little nervy, as we say in some of these games. Is this going to happen again where we drop points after dominating the game? But Crystal Palace never gave me that feeling. They just really didn't. They're a much changed team from the teams that have given us trouble. Off the top of my head, of course, Balassi, who I thought was one of their best players the past couple seasons. Dwight Gale, who really, really hurt us in the past. They got a guy, Sacco, who I don't know if he's on loan or what, but he hasn't been playing much. But they've got a much changed team. Johan Cabaye was a pretty good gift for them last season, but they just aren't a team that worries me like they may have in the past. So great win, great way to finish off a team. Matip getting his goal. I'm really, really proud of him. He's just been so consistent, and I don't care what you say. Mane's been a great signing, but I think Matip is going to show or prove to be the best signing of the season, and not even just for Liverpool, just in the Premier League in general. He has not put a 1 foot wrong for me. If I sit and really think about it, maybe I can think of 1 or 2 moments, but he's just been an animal, and even has gotten forward several times in attack. So the guy's a beast. That's why we got him. And we got him on a free. So that's beyond a steal. But yeah, and shout out to Lovren. He made a really, really silly mistake. And you people are foolish who are saying that Matip should have cleared the ball, shouldn't have gave it to Lovren. You're foolish. Lovren should have cleared the ball. Anybody with 2 eyes, damn it, 1 eye, could see that. So I don't want to hear that. That's ridiculous. But anyway, Lavin I thought had a subpar game as he can have from time to time, But I love the heart he showed. He made that mistake. He could have put his head down and moped the rest of the game. He gets a goal back. What? And then you could tell the guy was just he was like it was almost like some spirit that come over him. He was like a man possessed. He was not going to let this team down or himself. And I think from that moment on, he played much better. Very physical. He got forward a couple times. So just love this team. Emery Chan, my favorite player on the team, getting on the goal on the score sheet. He's gonna make it tough for Genie. I mean, that midfield is we're just stacked right now. I think Hendo is undroppable. Again, solid game. I think he had the assist to Firmino. I gotta watch the game over again. But he was good. I mean, everybody just played really well today. Even the young kid Carrier, so I'm not big on. He's clumsy a lot of times. But I've been listening to a lot of what people or reading what a lot of people are saying on different Liverpool accounts, mainly the Red Man TV. And after I thought about it, I agree. He's young. He's gonna learn. I still stand behind what I said. Mignolet did nothing this season to be replaced the time he was replaced. I'm getting behind the squad. I love this team. I love this manager. If this is what he thinks is the best thing moving forward, we got to support it. Karius worries me. He reminds me of Sacco in a different way, but I get nervous watching him. I really do. His placement on set pieces, the way he comes out to attack balls, even when the ball touches his body, how it bounces off sometimes. He worries me. I'm saying it. But we'll see. None of these games are going to get any easier. Every team has their set of issues that they can cause for us. At the end of the day, the way we're going, we're beating ourselves a lot. And I think that's the only way we will lose. If we beat ourselves, teams are going to score goals. It's going to happen. I sure hope it's not as much as we conceded when we came really close that season. But teams are going to score goals. It's part of football. We're just not at a moment where we can be Spurs-like and shut teams down or allow little goals. It'd be nice, but when you think about it, Spurs are struggling right now because as much as they do that, as much as they have that brick wall in the back, there's nobody that can score for them. So we can score. We're getting points. We're moving up in the table. I think Spurs might be fourth or fifth now. Fifth. So you take the good with the bad. The bad is you hate to see so many goals every game. Or just in general, as combined, I think we've got 13 conceded goals this season. So you hate to see that, but what I don't hate is to see the wins and the fact that we can make mistakes like that, and with this team, not feel like, oh, that mistake is going to cause us to lose the game. Be confident knowing that 2 goals, we'll bounce back. We just need 1 or 2 more. We got the one with Matsup, and you knew we'd get at least 1 more. I thought we'd get 2 or 3 more, just the way we were moving our attack. But just proud of the boys, man, and how they stuck together. Moreno's getting a lot of flack, and I think a lot of that's based on his past, which I understand where you're coming from. But come on, man, the guy was much improved. One of the best games he's played in a red shirt. Some people say that's not saying a lot. That's buffering their point to say that he's really bad. Listen, it's clear he's working on his game. I don't know how clear it is that he's been working on the defensive part. Moving forward offensively, that's what we know about him. It's almost amazing that he even plays left back or defense at all because it just seems like his mind defensively, it's just not there. His defense just is still kind of lacking a bit on that second goal. I think he could have closed that down. But I also think collectively as a team we could have done better on that. The cross, I think Lovren, can get the ball again. It's MacArthur. It's not Benteke. It's not anybody that's really threatening. So I think that was another situation where Lovren might have done a little better on that if he had a second chance. But this is a team game for me, so it's hard to really pinpoint, especially with defensive mistakes. I think when we do really well defensively, we do it well together, and so we got to have each other's back. We know that's a weak part of our game: aerial duels, set pieces, things of that nature. But the beautiful thing is that nobody's really breaking us down in open play. Across, yeah, you can say that's open play. First goal we gave them, but nobody's really taking a man on really and shooting that right at the goal and scoring. They're getting kind of these fluky goals, but which doesn't matter. Goal's a goal, so but just lovely to see 2 defensive players get goals to help out in the win. Firmino's just continuing to just impress me, man. I continue to be so thankful that we got him in the transfer window last year. I thought he's been a real special spot for Liverpool Football Club, and hope we can hold on to him for years to come. Obviously, Coutinho just pulling the strings, man. The name magician is really becoming his own. I mean, that's just what he is. I mean, it's just the little things that he makes look so simple. You know what I mean? Just stopping on a dime, freezing defensive players, passing it off. He had 3 passes, 3 to Mane. And one, Mane kind of did a heavy touch on it, so he lost it. The other one, he couldn't get on the other side of the defender, lost that situation. Then the one where he didn't finish. Mane's going to finish those more often than not. And I feel like moving on to the Watford game, which I'll talk about in a second, I think he'll get back on the score sheet. So I'm not worried about Mane. But Coutinho is just really pushing the envelope for becoming, this world-class player that people want to label him as. And you see why teams like Barcelona or Real Madrid, some teams in Italy are rumored to be after him, because he's just a special talent. For me, it was always consistency. It looks like he's putting a string of games together like that, though. So just really proud of him, proud of his maturity as a footballer, and just loving the team. Thought everybody played outstanding against Crystal Palace. I really did. There's not much I can say in a bad light. So, yeah, good win. Watford's going to be tough. I mean, I can just list the names of players that I personally love watching. Zuniga, Barami, Pereira, Dean, of course. I love Troy Dean, even though he's always got a little mouth. But I love Troy Dean, Igalo, Isaac Success. I mean, they just got so many guys. They just got this international, really strong, and for me, fun team to watch when they're not playing Liverpool. So, they beat us pretty bad last season. I believe that was on their pitch. I can't remember, but anyway, they really embarrassed us and made us look real soft. And I'm really glad that we have a totally different defense right now, far better than I think we had in that moment at that time versus that team. Skirtle was a straight, just real soft in that game. So was Sacco, and they made us look really weak, really soft, and kind of punked us off the pitch that game. It'll be a whole different fight for them this season, and that's something they're gonna have to realize in the first 10-15 minutes. I want us to be really physical with these guys, because they're gonna be physical with us, and we got to take it to them. Another chance to stay undefeated at home. Build that fortress, but they need to feel it. We need to make them feel it from the jump. They need to feel how greedy we are. They need to feel our suffocating press. They need to feel choked. They need to feel like there's nothing they can do, and the fans are going to help with that. But they need to feel it from the opening kick, and we need to jump out there from the opening kick. I think in this game, we were a little immature in the Crystal Palace game. I think in the first few minutes, just kind of soft. And that's what we do a lot of times. It seems like we're waiting for something, but we gotta just go take it from these teams. Off the break, just take it right to them. And so it's gonna be a slugfest. I think Watford is no slouch. They're one of the teams that I feel like are improving season after season after they've been in the Premier League. And this is gonna be another one. I think they're a much better team collectively than they were last year, bringing some guys in. So that should be an exciting game. This weekend should be exciting in general. They got Everton and Chelsea, North London. I think the North London derby is this weekend. But yeah, it's always nice to see our competitors and see who they're playing, especially with playing on Sunday. We get to see a few teams play before us. So it should be interesting to see where people are placing. If they're dropping points, where people are going to play. So I'd like to see us concede less goals. I really would. I think that would help us in the table as far as where we place. If the season ended today, I'd be happy. Top 4, Champions League. But I want to win the whole thing. I want to win every competition that we're in. And we're in 2 this season. We're in the Premier League, and then we're in the League Cup. And I want to win them both, and I think that we can. So, onwards and upwards, Red Men. I can't say enough about this team. It's just such a joy to watch them, to see the competition in the squad. I feel like every position we've got a good, strong backup to come in. I really do. Even Alexander-Arnold, if he had to come in for Klein, I'd be confident with that. Where, not even years past, just last season, certain guys went down, and you just thought, I don't know about that. So, really concerned about our health. We're good right now, but you can see the way we play and train that this can, even though we don't have Europe and a lot of other competitions, it's wear and tear on people's bodies, man. They're only human. So big up to the guys for staying as fit as they can. But you gotta expect to be a lot of injuries coming, and hopefully they come a little later. You know what? Hopefully they don't come at all, because whether they come later or not, it's not really gonna help us. But the confidence is that even with that, we got guys that can step in. So hopefully see Sturridge coming soon. That's 2 Premier League games he hasn't played at all. I'm a little concerned about that. And Origi, I don't think Origi played Saturday day. I could be wrong, but anyway, yeah, it's good to see the competition in the squad. Excited about the Watford game. I can't wait for it. So everybody have a good week, and we will be back probably Saturday to talk about a little bit more. Who knows? I don't know what it's going to be, but we'll be back at some point. All right. Till next time.